I was alone, my train was late that night. I saw a crumpled man, blinded by the life that he treated himself to, crippled from the nights receiving endless beatings that even a house couldn't endure. And his palm was raised skyward and his meager belongings collected on the floor, singing songs to no one about nothing but crime because it means so much. It's these babblings that keep his life going, keep the nickels flowing deep into his cup. There we both were, framed in awkward silence, and I was in his living room invading his trust. He finally said to me that he had one last cigarette to smoke and it was time to give it up, but he laughed and added and said he wasn't sure which to give up, his life or the habit. He said it's my habits that make my fingers weak. When my chances come, I can't grab them, but it's my life that makes it hard when my opportunities are there for free to choose my habits. Well, I half smiled and I'm the most empathetic nod that I could conjure up instead of hear you, brother. I've got problems too, but words won't fill your cup. I've got responsibilities to face and they're woven tight to my dreams. I've got more bills to pay than I have time, and I'm starting to rip at the seams. I've got a plan, and I know that if I stick to it, I can accomplish happiness. I've got goals to beat my will, and lately it's been hard to accept the challenge. And he said, hey man, it sounds like that's God talking to you, and I don't know why you can't see. You're so blind that you can't swear to make change because all your focus is on me, all wrapped up in your own skin that you can't help set an old man free. I've been in your shoes before, it feels like it was yesterday, if not at all, and my existence has been a blink. For the life of me, I can't remember what I saw. That made so much sense to me, even though I convinced myself that he was totally insane. I've been over and lit a cigarette, told him to mind his own business because I was just waiting for my train. And he said, man, well, I've been waiting there forever, just dying in my skin, and the only reason you're living life is because you're curious what'll happen in the end. It might be true, but why should I pay my hard-earned attention to vagabond doctrine? If you've got so much knowledge to give, why not treat yourself to what you're offering? You probably have lived a hard life, and I apologize, but I'm all problems that you couldn't understand, just like a lot of guys now. Here's a couple bucks, go buy yourself whatever makes you happy, even though I promised myself not to pay for you to make my city look trash. You refused the money, I sat there singing songs of love and hate. I crammed the change in my pocket, called him a lunatic, but on with my weight. As I stood there hovering near his tiny frame, I could feel his eyes judging me sadly. It's as if he had to convince me that my life was on the wrong track and I needed it badly. And I said, hey old man, your cigarette's all smoked up, it's time for you to leave. And he looked at the trail of ash in his shirt and smiled as if it gave him some sort of relief. He propped himself up, collected his life and got prepared to become one with the night. Before he left, he turned around and wished me luck with all my plans. Said something about learning to walk before I ran. Well, I knew that he was out of my sight, not hard and forgotten his reasoning. I could hear my train coming and home was on my mind, not his cryptic meanings. And another traveler was on the platform. For some reason he was running towards me. All I could see was his eyes, but it's his words that always stick with me. Through his heavy breath, he asked if I just spent time with the old man. I nodded in affirmation and tried to calm him so he could tell me why I ran. He told me why I ran. And he said, hey man, that was God talking to you, could you not see? That was God talking right to your face, trying to hand you the keys. He's right here, and I can't understand why he chose to make him leave. He just died in my arms right outside the station and said you were his only friend. He begged me to tell you about his life, make you see the light, give you a chance again. Cringed at the reality that was facing me. I told the man I had no time for this and I'm all where I had to be. Right about that time my train pulled up and I made my escape. I sat in the empty plastic seat now tight to my fate. That was decades ago and now I sit singing on my own platform. My belongings stowed tightly in my bags, handing out my sad, sad songs. And I say, it's my habits that make my fingers weak. When my chances come, I can't grab them, but it's my life that makes it hard when my opportunities are there for free and choose my habits. I have no responsibilities, and as a result, I no longer need these dreams. I don't have any bills to pay, it's like I'm free, but I'm really in captivity. I don't have any plans except to just sit here and try and weather the storm. I wish I had goals, but if I had those, then I wouldn't be here warning you on my platform, singing train songs.